Jason, can you also come and join me if you don't mind? Lyndall, Maxine, where you are? Where's Jason? Leanne, you're not gonna hide. Please come. Auntie Urshia, no, I'm trying not to be too long. While Leanne makes her way up. This is so real, you know, the real network, this is real. And as I'm looking at his pictures, it's like he's just looking into your soul. Warwick was the epitome of love. He was the manifestation of love. He was love in flesh and blood. And I realize it now today that he never belonged just to us, but he belonged to a country, he belonged to a nation, and he belonged to the people. I want to open with the scripture in the book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 8. He has told you, O man, what is good and what does the Lord require of you, except to be just, and to love and to diligently practice kindness, compassion, and to walk humbly with your God, setting aside any overblown sense of importance of self-righteousness. And that was Warwick. I'm not his only sister. This is his family behind me. I'm the oldest sister. Leanne is the oldest. I'm the next one. Nadine's not here with us. She's in the UK studying. So Nadine, we haven't forgotten you. You are here with us as well. And I know that Warwick loved you all. May God have mercy on our nation. Today a nation exhales a grief it did not know how to name. And I need to say this without apologies. I'm very, very angry. I haven't had an opportunity to really cry. I've had to keep it together because he would want me to do that. I'm angry. I'm so angry because Warwick was taken away from us too early. And this is not where his voice should have ended. This is where it should have been loudest. This is where it should have been standing, not me saying the things that made people uncomfortable, asking the questions that exposed us, loving people even when they did not know how to love. That was Warwick. He was not a neat man. He was a divergent thinker. Thank you, Ethan, for that. He thought in layers, not lines. He loved big words because small ones were never enough to hold what he saw. And what he saw, what many of you heard through his podcasts, through interviews, through street conversations, through social media, was a country standing at a crossroad and refusing to admit it. In the public space, he spoke about race and culture, about politics and power, about our history and where we are going as a nation. He did not do this to divide. He did it because pretending we are healed while we are bleeding is the most dangerous lie of all. He challenged not only what was right or wrong, but whether we had the courage to execute and follow through. Words without action meant nothing to him. He was loyal to the people, not factions, not parties, not tribes. We saw that loyalty not only in what he said, but in how he lived, in his acts of kindness on the street, in the sensitive topics he refused to avoid, in how easily he spoke to anyone. Everyone was family, everyone was a friend. It was almost impossible to hate him, even when you disagreed with him, because you always knew his words came from a place of truth-seeking, not power-seeking. He admired leaders, but not blindly. He respected those who spoke truth and acted on it. For him, it was never about slogans. It was about follow through, about whether leadership served people or fed itself. Many across this nation today, you all know who you are. You argued with him. You shared his clips. You criticized his tone. You repeated his questions. And today, he asks us still, do we sit in silence or do we stand? This is not about having a public platform. We all have one now. Our phones, our voices, our choices, and yet we use these tools to break instead of build, to perform instead of see. Are we reporting what feeds the self, or are we seeing people the way we see each other here today? Warwick saw people. He saw every one of us. There was nothing different. Whether you were a king or a homeless man in the street, you were a person. He knew security guards by name. He knew public servants who risked their lives daily, and he respected them because he understood that service is not the enemy. He spoke openly about crime, about what is happening on the ground, in the streets, about justice that must be served, not because he loved authority, but because he loved life. He was very vocal about guns because he loved guns, about how easily they turn anger into death, about how quickly a moment becomes permanent, about how a weapon in the hands of evil does not just kill a person, it destroys families, futures, and generations. And today I must say this plainly, it was a gun in the hands of evil that stole my brother and that stole our brother. He spoke about this very reality, about how death moves faster than healing, how violence is normalized while accountability is delayed. He did not glorify force, he grieved it. Too often we see color before character, culture before conscience, now I'm sounding like a politician. Conscientious. History before humanity. We choose to divide. Warwick chose to love. And let me be clear, love is not a warm, fuzzy feeling. Love is pain. Love is suffering. Love is sacrifice. Love is selfless truth. Love is the willingness to stand and even die for your brother, your sister, your people. That was Warwick, your ride or die. Every phone call, as we have heard, the consistency in his inconsistency is, I love you, because he meant it. Not possession, but freedom. He used history to point out cycles, not to trap us in them, but to warn us. He believed we don't break, we build, we learn, we grow, we strengthen. We are not only South African, we are African. And yes, I am very, very, very angry. Angry because this is what he should be saying. Not being reduced to headlines, not being judged only by his sharpest moments. His passion spilled over sometimes, his words cut, but they cut because pain was speaking. I knew he was hurting deeply. Our last conversation on Friday was extremely, extremely painful. And that's how I have to remember what it That is why he rose every day to fight. He fought with men he worked with and still loved them. He fought with the women he loved and still loved them. He fought negativity from social media, from the street, and still loved the people behind it. Yes, he was one man, but we are people. We are mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, sons, daughters. Blood does not make us family. Seeing each other does. Not religion, not culture, not color, not politics, people. Someone's child, someone's parent. He was burdened within. He expressed himself, but did we really listen? My last phone call was a cry, and I had heard too many times, but this time it came out in Zulu and Zulu alone, and my daughter was listening and couldn't understand why he didn't want to speak English. His pain was real. And this is where time shows its cruelty. Time belongs to no man. It does not pause for love, nor bargain with grief. Time belongs to no man, yet it took what I was not ready to lose. No reason, no fairness, no return. So I gather with what remains, memory, echo, unfinished laughter, and carry them outside of time, where loss cannot touch them. It moves forward, unaware of who it leaves behind, unaware of who it takes. Some are given years, and some are given only moments. He leaves behind a mother who loved, shaped the courage in his voice, whose strength carried him long before the world knew his name. Boys who will grow with his fire in their blood and his questions in their minds. And friends were never just friends, but brothers and sisters by choice, by loyalty, by standing shoulder to shoulder when it mattered. To the woman he loved, who saw the tenderness beneath the intensity, who knew the man behind the message. You were family, not chapters, not footnotes, but witnesses to his humanity. Today we do not gather only to mourn what was taken, but to celebrate what remains unbroken. The truth he stood for, the love he lived, and the courage he demanded of us all. His life was not a whisper, it was a call, and that call still stands. To my African family, if we see each other, we are one flesh and blood. No parent should be bearing a child. No child should be left to the evil outside until we confront the evil within. It is easy to point fingers, but today blaming did not save us. We lost, and we lost our brother. He had time for strangers, time to unpack why he was there, time to ask why people squat on land with no sustenance while abundance rots elsewhere. He saw lack, but he also saw excess and asked us, what does that say about us? To the investigators and officers, thank you for doing your job. I believe in justice, because recognizing evil does not mean becoming it. My place is not to destroy, my place is to build. Warwick was not perfect, no saint, but is there one of us that is? No, let love lead you. Let love carry you. Do not chase comfort, but chase the discomfort that makes us grow. And that's what Warwick did, day in and day out. He feared no man, but I know he feared God. He joked about death because he understood life was never owned, only carried. Viva Amandla, my brother. To a country that has lost a brother, we mourn together. I, Nicole Stock Mabuza, take up your baton. I choose love, I choose truth, I choose your people, and I choose you. Thank you.